Work. Before we keep going, are you gonna say that with everybody's team?
Except for one.
At least one. Okay, so the next team, Wicked. Who's on your team?
Team Wicked had Doctor Doom, had Red Hulk, had Gamora, and I had Deathstorm, which is the evil
version. Yeah. And at the end, he still lost.
Yeah.
So Doctor Doom, scientist, Red Hulk, your brute, Gamora, your female character, and Deathstorm is the elemental. All right.
Go ahead, work.
You started to sound like Owlman from Infinite Crisis.
Starting to sound like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Oh, Mattel.
Here we go. My scientist was It Doesn't Matter.
Bruce Banner.
My brute, not gonna help.
Gorilla Grodd.
My elemental won't affect anything.
Crystal the Inhuman.
Ben Moss Man.
My strong female woman doesn't matter.
Big Shirley from What's Happening.
Oh man.
Agent 33, LJ Huawei.
No, go ahead. You were first.
Oh, I'm first.
Team Baby, I'm Delicious.
On the Delicious team, we got Dr. Doom. I stole one from Wicked Book.
It doesn't matter.
But I'm gonna charge on through with Juggernaut as my brute.
Keep running.
For my strong female, I'm going with Phoenix because how can you be
Fly
that?
away.
You know, my ace in the hole is going to be AIM.
Yes,
my elemental,
the
Avatar.
Oh, the Avatar. Keep it moving.
LJ Huawei.
Yeah, I'm after seeing Lizzie's team. I was
Exactly.
Like,
that's where I'm going.
We're saving that for last.
Everybody's team but Lizzie showed up with cupcakes and Cadbury.
Versus Transformers.
Damn. Right. So I went with Doctor Strange, Rogue, Wolverine, and then Storm is my elemental. But
sounds like the electric company.
Compared to that,
Electric company. And almost last but not least to die.
Look, I saw Liz's team, and
Lizzie is officially fired from doing any more matchups. I just saw her team, and damn, Lizzie, fire.
Hey,
you're not.
You know what Lizzie said? Got him.
Yeah. Go ahead, Bobo. Go ahead and say.
She said, "Sorry about your luck."
my team was Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Cute.
Well, isn't that precious? It was Storm.
Oh, honey.
And I saw your aim, the Avatar, but I went with Korra instead.
Mm-hmm. Put your Pop-Tarts in the toaster next time.
Warm up the icing.
I don't even like Pop-Tarts. And then for my brute, I was having trouble picking a brute. That was the only one that was holding. Well, the one I picked might as well be Snuggle compared to Lizzie T. I went with Drax.
Snuggle.
Okay.
Now, boom.
Now, when you poke him in his stomach, do he say?
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and drop the Dream Crusher team right here.
The Dream Crusher
It
team.
is a crushing team.
As soon as she said Dr. Manhattan, I'm like, well, damn.
We lost.
Exactly. She could have said Dr. Manhattan. She could have said
Dr. Manhattan and 3 snorts.
She could have said
3 koala rails.
There you go.
It was over.
Okay, it could have been Dr. Manhattan and 3 Girl Scouts.
But selling the cookies.
There you go.
You can't get none. Shit.
Compared to your team, all our team was
Exactly. All our teams combined couldn't get. But yes, Dr. Manhattan, Galactus. Isn't that pretty bad? I ain't even got to look at it.
You already know. It's sad.
Galactus, Black Widow, and Falcon. Dr. Damn Manhattan. Butt naked, killing us all.
Did I just get that by
Before he kills us, he brings us close,
mushroom stare
grabs us, and then we just blow up. Bam.
We leave as pancakes.
But great job, Lizzie. That's all we can do is clap on that. Great job.
I should have gone with molecule.
Well,
I don't think that would have mattered.
Look, all I can say is
Nothing.
Black Panther actually had a galactic contingency plan. I didn't know if that plan was everybody get the hell out the way.
Everybody get the hell off the planet.
But at least he had a contingency plan. That was for Galactus.
What would have been his plan for Dr. Manhattan?
I don't even smurf know.
I was in the middle of work and stuff. Like, oh man, I was like, what the fuck? Out loud. Out loud. Children around. I mean, what's the smurf?
I couldn't even stop laughing.
Not on that one now.
We all had the same reaction.
Same.
She took the joy out of it for you,
I know, because, even though we're throwing these teams together, like Wicked was saying, we always kind of like think in the back of our mind, how will my team do against everybody else's team?
Right.
Or something like that. But.
And try to be different than everybody else's team. Try not to have the same.
That's why I wait till Thursday to put mine out.
It didn't matter this time. It didn't matter this time. You came.
Well, I figured my ace in the hole with Aang. I mean, come on, that was the moneymaker right
You
there.
might as well have
And
two
then
boxes.
Lizzie busted out with some Dr. Manhattan. Get the hell out of here!
You had Aang. What was he gonna do? Blow somebody? Come on, that was good. Give me some.
Set him on fire.
That was funny.
I know. That's it. That's how messed up I am.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, good job, Liz. That's all we can say. No doubt. Good job.
No prize,
Yes,
but
because of Lizzie, we gotta now
awesome.
step up our mashups.
Yeah, it's a whole different level now.
now we gotta wait
That
for.
wasn't. That
Okay,
wasn't
so now
any-
hold on. Now we gotta wait for Lizzie to post her matchup before we post
She didn't even post hers last, and she still wiped us all out.
That's why I posted mine early. So if I lose, it's because
you were first.
yeah, I was first.
You were just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I was just starting it off.
I threw mine out there early too this week, so.
You know what? I'm putting Galactus on everything.
You're damn right.
I think Agent 33 picked Galactus like.
I tried to pick Galactus
ago.
like for 4 weeks in a row.
Hey, from here on out, I'm going God, Jesus, Lucifer.
And it's almost when you think about it, do you think Dr. Manhattan could beat Galactus?
Yes.
Almost like he could beat Galactus.
Yes.
Maybe. And then she had them both on her team. Both of them on her.
She said she started with Dr. Doom.
Okay, it could have been Dr. Manhattan, Galactus, Carol Burnett, and
Oscar the Grouch.
Gizmo the Mogwai or something like that.
She said she had to step it up, and she started with Dr. Doom. I think it was because I threw my team out there. But hey, God, it's just disgusting how that team just killed us.
Yeah, shoot. I pride myself on being a nerd.
What's the next matchup? We got to do better this week.
I quit. I'm just putting them out there. I'm teaming up with Lizzie. She like DJ Khaled, bro. You know, all she do is win, win, win.
I used to know that feeling, Lucy, but I just don't know.
You be all four of your characters. Make yourself a woman, be the brute.
The Greek elemental, the sidekick. Man, it's over. It's over.
Cook, chef.
All right.
The 5 greatest rappers. Dylon. Oh, and before we forget, today's it's not the third Friday. We used to do it like the third Friday of every month, or the
It is
Friday
the third
before
Friday.
the last.
This is the one before the last week. Next week will be the last Friday of the month. 31 on the 31 on Friday. Next
Yeah,
week.
but the last Friday before the last one, we do a giveaway, and this month's giveaway is. I didn't come up with a name.
Chimichanga.
I was just gonna
What's
say
in the
that.
what's in the giveaway?
Chimichanga.
Chimichanga.
Chimichanga?
What do you think that is?
The Mexican giveaway.
No. I mean, we just came back from San Diego, but
Giveaway. It's the Tijuana surprise giveaway. That's what it is.
A donkey show?
This guy.
Man,
Well, you even went to play some juice and didn't
I
go.
want to go there. Oh, okay.
the donkey show?
Yeah.
I'll go watch donkey show.
See?
What?
I knew we were
You
related.
What's going on in this song?
He said Tijuana. I'm sorry. I went there. I apologize.
Okay.
Forgive me.
Deadpool.
It's a Deadpool project. But,
Oh.
and if you've been listening, you know how it goes. We're gonna throw up the support package, whatever is coming in, whether it be a box or a backpack or a bag or whatever. This is what all the prizes are gonna be in. And all you do, like, share, comment, and you're entered to win. And next Friday, come back, listen in, and we're gonna announce the winner. Or the Friday after that, or the Friday after that, depending on who contacts us to claim their prize. So
And the winners do exist.
they do
They
exist.
do exist.
Yes, they are not imaginary.
And they are international.
Although
Apparently
we
now they're
we
international.
can call Dr. Manhattan down to take care of it.
If he get good freight from shipping, yes, call Dr. Manhattan.
Yes, he does.
But yeah, that's this month's giveaway, Deadpool. Alright. Lastly, let's go ahead and knock this out the way. Who hasn't seen Ant-Man?
We'll excuse
I'll
ourselves
download it.
because I have not seen it yet, but I do want to see it now because it's gotten some really good reviews.
And it
But-
made a decent amount of money.
57 million.
And there were two. There was a mid-credit and a post.
There you go.
They were both post credit.
Thank you. That's what I said.
No, they're not.
Yes, they were both post credit.
No, they're
They
not.
started rolling the credits. They were afterwards.
After that Aqua Teen Hunger Force fiasco, I'm going to trust new work.
Nope.
It doesn't
I'm
really
agreeing
matter
with
what
him.
you
I'm agreeing with
You
Junior
roll the credits,
on
it's a
this one.
post credit. I don't care. I don't care. Post credit.
In the middle.
It's post credit.
There were two
So can it be a
previews.
mid-post credit?
Okay, I'll go with that. Mid post credit.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Mid-credit, like
This is a great compromise. What the hell? Stick to your
Man,
guns.
on some damn credit.
Get your guns out. Winona Perks and all whatever. Come on.
Hey,
When I say mid-credit, it sounds like it should be like they stop the credits
They did.
and then they roll more credits after that.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't seen it
but
yet.
it's post credits because
All
they
right,
played
I get
it while the
you.
credits were rolling. So post credits. It's after the movie.
It's
It
a
doesn't
post-
really.
it's a
It was
post-
after the movie. That's all that
Did they
matters.
finish the credits?
So post credit,
No,
I'm thinking
he's
that
saying-
once
So
the
they're
credits
mid
are
credits.
It's an after movie scene. There's two of them. Let's go with the first one.
It's going to take 10 minutes for these credits.
done. So Ant-Man, it wasn't as bad as we thought. It got good reviews, 57 million on the weekend, enough for a sequel, or
Yes,
Well, he's already gonna be in
the
an
next
Avengers
Captain
movie.
America. Yeah.
they left it open for a sequel. They think there's revenue enough. I mean, there's interest enough. Hell, I watched it. I was surprised.
Yeah, now there's interest in it. I mean, with the good reviews that it's
Yeah.
gotten, and I think it was Marvel's another chance that they took, like they did with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
Granted, it didn't pay off as well as Guardians of the Galaxy did. It did pay off enough to where
Well, it's only been like 2 weeks since it's been open though, and people like us haven't
Yeah.
seen it yet.
it has been 2 weeks, and it did two things. It expanded everyone's knowledge of the Marvel universe,
Yes.
because who was Ant-Man before?
Hank Pym.
Besides Hank Pym,
Scott Lang.
besides Scott Lang.
Some other guy.
He was just
Who
a
was
guy
Longbow
on the
Boy?
comic book. He was just a guy on the Avengers team.
Oh, that's the answer you want.
Something
He
like
was.
that.
Nobody knew.
No- Nobody knew who Ant-Man was.
Yes.
But now you know, and that's what I liked about it. It expanded also upon his history with S.H.I.E.L.D. and Howard Stark and Peggy Carter, because they were both in the movie as well. So
Peggy Carter, that's my boo.
That's the boo thing?
Yeah, I'm trying to Peggy Carter to give him some play.
she gotta make it. All those scenes. She's gotta be done.
I mean, even though Ant-Man was it was a pretty good movie, it wasn't a disappointment altogether. I did have some gripes with it, okay? My gripe was, and let me just throw out a spoiler alert right there. If you're not going to go see the movie, then you may want to come back in like 57 seconds.
Make it 2 minutes.
My
If you
gripe,
know how this show goes, about 10, 15 minutes.
my gripe was when he went to the Avengers base,
Yes.
and he thought the base was abandoned. He was going to pick up a scientific item for Hank Pym. And it turns out it's the new base that the Avengers use after Age of Ultron.
Yes.
So it's not what he thinks it is. And lo and behold, who shows up? Falcon. Falcon shows up. They get into a little tussle. The first thing Ant-Man does is
shrink down.
He shrinks down. The first thing that Falcon does, and this pissed me off, Ant-Man shrink down. So Falcon pulls both of his Uzis and starts shooting at the shrunk down. How do you expect to hit that?
It wasn't the first thing. They got into a fight, and
that's what a tussle is.
Yeah, they got into the tussle. I mean, it wasn't the first thing he did. He didn't just automatically just start shooting at him. He got into the tussle, and then the guns came out, and it was an unknown quantity.
You know what you said? You got into the tussle, the gun came out. He just said the same thing you said.
But why would you start shooting?
It's just like a
funny
family.
Swear to God, I'm gonna drown you on Sunday.
I was on a water park.
Baptize you in juice and this.
Oh, damn. Oh, where y'all going? I ain't.
Good luck with that.
Where y'all going? I'm not. I may say I'll see you there, but I'm really not coming.
You weren't gonna be. They're going to Valhalla.
Wait, that's
Mediocre to work. Mediocre.
But that kind of just took me out of it. That whole, I understood the fight. That was a good part. I'm glad they added Falcon after that. But when he pulled out guns blazing on Ant-Man, it's Ant-Man. Come on now.
He didn't know who Ant-Man was.
He shrunk down.
He's an unknown quantity.
He shrunk down.
Look, the last special this guy went up against was had super speed and a robot. Yeah, okay. I wouldn't take any chances either.
So you just gonna shoot at everything?
Hell yeah! Shoot first, ask questions later.
Then he should have had a bazooka.
It still would have missed.
Execution
At least
could be in the
been a
bathroom. There's Spider-Man. He's gonna use bazooka.
Oh yeah. No,
right there, Spider. Right there. He's just gonna shoot for it. Right?
No, I'm just gonna calmly towel off, go outside, light that whole place on fire.
You're gonna run out like butt naked and dripping. Going,
calmly towel off. You're a damn lie. You're coming in.
Run out like Jodie Foster and her accused.
I would drive off my porch.
What? Yeah, you laugh that one off. What do you say? Dial off my porch.
I was trying to say balcony and porch at the same time and just roll.
Balcony and porch had a baby. Porch.
Anyway, but that was one of my main gripes with Ant-Man. I mean, and I like the way that they played Hank Pym into it. How he was Ant-Man before Scott Lang, and he worked for the SSR before they really became SHIELD. And I guess and I like how they tied the Wasp into it.
Yeah. Even
though everyone was afraid that she wasn't going to show up, she actually did show up. And what we thought was going to happen when they introduced his daughter, Hope, and she's going to end up becoming the next iteration of Wasp. I'm kind of glad they did that, kind of not.
I actually kind of like the way they actually played her because they didn't make her the stereotypical, I'm going to do what my father says, daughter. She was different. She was angry. She was an angry daughter because she felt she was being replaced. Her birthright was being given up. Like, it was her place to do this. Instead, her father went and chose this stranger. So she was angry about it. And I like that aspect of her character.
So, it wasn't a bad film. I would say go check it out. I recommend it.
Yeah, it
was
good.
Hilarious too, yeah.
I think they took notes from Guardians of the Galaxy. They made it family friendly and funny.
Yeah, you tied his family into it, and then they also his crew was just a mess.
Yes,
they were a complete mess, and they were definitely enjoyable every moment they were on the screen. T.I. and Michael Pena. Especially Michael Pena.
We're going to help Scott, no matter what.
T.I. was in it? T.I. was in the movie.
Yes.
Now you know you want to go see it.
Yes. We ain't gonna go home. He's like, I'm gonna go buy golden egg roll after I leave here.
Can you send me a copy of that download?
Yeah,
I ain't going nowhere.
That's one thing. T.I. love his music. But T.I. is just like the rest of the band. Not the acting.
What?
Should not even.
Oh, wait. I gotta.
It
He's
depends
a
on the
better
role that
actor.
you play.
He's a better actor than the RZA because he actually did a good job in this movie.
It depends on the role.
R2D2 is a better
Wait,
actor.
no lie. Look, I watched Brick Mansion. It was hard to watch RZA as a.
Yeah, because Riz is trying to act outside his role. He doesn't know much. You know the streets. You know the Wu-Tang. You know
He's
stay
supposed
in
to
that.
be in
No,
the streets.
the Brick Mansion. He's supposed to play a guy who was in the streets. And
No, that guy wasn't in the streets. He was like retired military, going out on a limb because his country did him wrong. No, that's not who Riz is. He doesn't know anything.
he was the
about that.
bad guy and ended up being the mayor. That movie was garbage. I'm sorry.
Again, Riz, what does Riz know about being the mayor?
Rest in peace, Paul Walker. But that movie
Wu-Tang
was garbage.
So, and what
This
does
from the
Riz,
guy that said Sharknado 3 was good.
what does Riz know about being the blind master?
Not a damn thing. I can't even hit a stick on the ground right.
What does Riz know about being the man with the iron fist?
Oh, not a damn thing. It's everything. He's the worst martial artist in that movie was RZA.
So again, act within your realm. That's all you need to do.
Unless your next role is acting like a rapper. Then you can do that.
And see, in this T.I., he was like a hood. He was part of the crew that,
I know a guy who knows a guy.
yeah, the thieving crew. You got the thief. You got the driver, the getaway driver.
He was the driver.
He was the driver. So
He can drive. He just
T.I. just reminds me of the hip hop E.T.
Oh no!
Thank you, T.I. They both got initials.
T.I. gonna come.
Terrestrial innocent. Oh,
Can you see that? I can see that on the next album. Rubber Band and the glowing finger.
I never slapped anybody in my life. I'll slap the hell out of T.I. They can write a good song about me.
Man.
And his ass like this black swan.
No, they made that movie and he was not in it.
I know.
But Ant-Man, go see it. Oh,
Yes.
Jesus.
yes, definitely check it out. And he's scheduled to appear in Civil War now.
Yeah.
Yes,
With Captain America.
because of
The two after movie scenes.
the first one, which was the reveal of the
The
wasp
the
suit.
new walk suit. Yeah.
Yeah, one they have been working on. And he's gonna go ahead and let his daughter take over the mantle of the Wasp. And the second one really tied into Captain America.
Yeah,
It was Falcon and Captain America. It seemed like they had trapped the Winter Soldier
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know if
I don't know if
did
they
it.
had tried them, but it looked like he had been working, because, you know, in the second Captain America, he was working, Winter Soldier, he had to work on his arm. He had to do maintenance on his arm. So I don't know, it kind of looked like they walked up, they caught him while he was trying to do maintenance on his arm.
They're gonna call me Best Buy like the Geek Squad.
The Geek Squad left him out there. I don't know.
I can't fix it.
But did it look like they'd all been working in the garage together, and it was lunchtime, it was like, hey, Cap, I need help back here. They all walked over there, and they just saw him, and like his arm got caught real quick. I was like,
But
were they all just working on a car together? Because they got dirt and dust all over them.
but you can
don't
tell.
worry about sending me that download. I heard everything I need to hear about it.
Good. You can hear the.
Future role on
I'm good on this one.
Or post Ant-Man juices.
I'll wait for HBO, Showtime, whatever.
But you can tell that there's a dissension between Cap and Iron Man.
Yeah.
Because Falcon was like, "You want me to call Tony?" And he was no.
No, don't do that.
And so he was like, "Well, I know a guy." And prior to that scene,
I don't think it was. I don't think it was the dissension in between them. I think it was just the situation.
I don't know.
I think
Because
it was.
I think it was.
I don't think. I think it was the situation because I think it was.
Because he took it into his own hands in the
Well,
last
he had to.
movie.
This is his friend,
create
and if he left it to
Old
Tony,
Town.
I think it would play into, like I said, it'll play in Captain America: Civil War.
That's where we're going.
Yeah, it'll play into that because like this is his friend. He has to do this himself. He can't trust anybody else with it.
But I think
Tony's not a
Because
soldier.
of Bucky, or
Tony's not a soldier. He wouldn't understand.
But I think he actually came out and said that I couldn't trust him.
No, because that was
because he betrayed all their trust.
No, he didn't say trust. He said Tony wouldn't believe it.
Tony wouldn't understand.
Yeah,
something
see,
like
but even in the first Avengers, him and Tony have that disconnect. That's the difference between them. He is a soldier and Tony's not, and that's the one thing between the two of them that really they can't meld together. Everything else they can gel on, but when it comes to being, him seeing Captain's world as a soldier, and him seeing Tony from, the Playboy, they can't see from each other's perspective, because they, especially, you saw in Avengers, they had that, in Age of Ultron, they had that disconnect again with them. They were fighting. Yeah, exactly. When he chose to do his own thing, and then, there got everybody messed up.
Right, because he basically just
the hell out of him too.
lied to him.
You need to make a Thor buster.
Screw the Hulk buster.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, Jushin, because there's 3 soldiers in the room, but I don't think Scott Lang's a soldier.
No.
I thought you meant this one.
There's 3 soldiers in here?
Well, there's one. 2.
Yeah.
I was wondering who the third one was. That's what I was
I was talking about the scene because Bucky, Cap.
Yeah, there was 3 soldiers in the room. You're right.
But then Falcon's like, well, I know a guy, so.
I think that played into that last scene in Ant-Man.
Yeah. That you can tell.
I know a guy. But I think it played into that because he's not.
Stan didn't show up to the.
Because he's an engineer and he's not on Tony's payroll.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the Yellow Jacket?
I love the Yellow Jacket,
even though it wasn't Hank Pym.
Yeah. So I liked it because it had to be a bad guy. There had to be a bad guy, and I'm glad it wasn't. And because in this role he was the mentor. And usually in most mentor roles, the mentor dies in the movie after finding a guy, giving him his, and guiding him along his path. Then the mentor dies. He didn't do that in this movie, and that's what I liked about it. And the Yellow Jacket was a different person. I really liked it.
It worked. Knowing what you know about him.
Which is nothing.
With Yellow Jacket being this who was Darren Cross really? I mean, he's
just the guy they made for the movie.
To me, he was just another replaceable villain. And
that's basically what he was.
So,
and that is the one problem that Marvel has, that they don't have any villains who can keep going through. They kill all the villains or they capture them.
Thanos
Loki's the only villain that's been repeatedly in a movie, other than Thanos.
He's the one villain that stands out.
But Thanos hasn't effectively done anything yet to affect him.
Yeah, he's coming though.
So, I mean, like I said, Loki's the only one who's been a character who's been built and fleshed out that you actually understand a little bit. You can see his side of things.
He's still a senior god.
Yeah. But as for like Baron Strucker taking down in Age of Ultron.
Yeah, Baron Strucker and the Yellow Jacket.
Red Skull taking down Captain America. Ironmonger taking down Iron Man.
At least thought Red Skull would have
been around,
survived, and went on.
I at least thought Red Skull would have been out there, but no. I mean, every villain that they've come across that's not in the background, like Thanos. I mean,
they did keep Hydra alive, though, just not the Red Skull, but Hydra stayed alive and came back in the last one.
Can't kill a Hydra.
Well,
Hydra's gonna.
You cut one, it grows two.
Hydra is like.
When's the villain going to win? Is all I'm asking. Exactly. When's the villain going to win? Because damn, in a couple of 5-10 years, we're going to be out of villains.
Yeah.
So somebody better get hot and write some shit.
Especially if they keep knocking them off like they do.
Well, first off, all they have to do is really contact Lizzie. And she'll get them some villains that will survive.
This is what you need to do. This is who you need. This is
your team. Go with this.
And stay in this plan. Don't deviate. If you deviate,
I can't taking out everybody.
You know what? Lizzie needs to form the Six. And you remember when they first came out with the Six? DC? She was the guy. Luther was the guy running everything from behind the window. That's Mockingbird. Lizzie's Mockingbird. She needs to form her Six. There you go.
And then United Six.
He hadn't read it yet.
The thing is, though, is that they don't want to promote the villainy. And I say that only because, at least they don't the girl wise, because you can go out and get like Darth Vader stuff for your little baby boy. Yeah, seriously, but you can't get like a Baroness t-shirt for your daughter or something girly that's like a bad girl type thing. They want to promote like, oh, this is Disney princess. Yeah, I don't want Disney princess, even though now I have one because they were bought by Marvel and Disney stuff.
But you know what I noticed though is that Marvel's villains are just as memorable as Disney's villains.
They are. They can be. They just need to play them right. You know, they need to make them a little bit more devious build them to their characters, to who they are. I mean, like Kang. Kang is a warlord from across time. Bring him in and let him get away.
You're not gonna do things.
A nihilist.
I was sad what to do with the Mandarin.
Because I'm afraid, you know what?
But I think
watered him down. It was worse.
But I think he's going to come back as a real villain in the next one. There was some talk,
but
a while ago. Well,
but with I think also it's gonna end up being the same thing with X-Men Apocalypse. You're gonna have Apocalypse. He's supposed to be this badass villain,
X-Men versus Ivan.
Yeah, and he's gonna get beat, and you're not gonna feel any kind of connection to him. That's all it's gonna be.
But well, any last words before we wrap up? Finish with Ant-Man.
Lizzie, looking for you next mashup.
It's not gonna matter. She gonna be right at your door.
Knocking.
Yes. Bing
bong. Any last words?
You know my last words.
Word and proud. Here you go.
Those are in Jacksonville. GAM is tomorrow night.
Yeah.
From 6 to 11.
5:30 to 11. Yeah. Too close.
You almost read them.
Can you give them find them on Facebook or?
You bet.
Yeah, you can find them on Facebook on I Love GAM. They're having a free GAM show tonight at the Birdhouse, which we want to go check out.
Go,
and if nothing else, join us back here next Friday, every Friday night from 6 to
whenever we get off.
To whenever we finish. And if you can't join us, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Flipboard. Did I say Twitter?
Tumblr,
the other T. And
our website.
And the website, TaheedDirectEdition.com. Other than that, we out.
Like a fat kid in dodgeball.
Keep your socks dry. I don't know. I just threw it out there. Jingle bells, jelly beans.
Christmas in July. Cool.